Hey guys.
Good morning, Peps.
We've been walking around Botanic Garden today a little bit and just looking at the beautiful sights of the Botanic Gardens. It's a really amazing place, and it's probably one of our most favourite places in Adelaide, I think. You agree?
Yes.
Coming here, we try and probably come here once or twice a week just to look, get out of the city. It's only about a 5 or 10 minute walk away from our apartment, which is really quite nice just to get out and have a look around, which is really good. But I was just talking to Diana before about all the things I love about her and her culture and whatever, and she said, well, why don't you just tell everyone about it? And I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, why don't you just do a quick little chat about the sort of things you love about Filipino women. Obviously Diana's the only Filipino I've ever dated, so I'm really sort of talking about my love for Diana, the things I love about Diana, the things I love about Filipino women. But I just want to talk about, I think about half a dozen or 8, 9, 10 things. I just want to talk a bit about what the things I love about Filipino women and why.
Yeah.
Well, number one, the first thing is just the beauty, the beautifulness of, that's not really a good English word, but I just made that up. The beautifulness.
Okay.
It's a bit of a crap word, but I think you understand what I mean. It's just, I mean, look at darling here. She's just beautiful. She's slim. She's got this beautiful sort of dark skin. I know Filipinos like to get a bit whiter, and it's sort of crazy.
It's different to white people.
Because over here, Diana sees white ladies laying in the sun trying to get browner, but over in the Philippines, you get like, I've never heard of whitening lotions before. Never in my life. What's a whitening lotion? I had no idea what a whitening lotion was.
What about tanning here?
Whereas over here, it's all about solariums, tanning, laying in the sun, getting brown. So it's funny that Caucasians, white people, like to get browner, and maybe some Filipinos like to get lighter. But that's another thing. But I love your beautiful dark skin. I think there's a bit of a maybe a bit of a Spanish influence in your culture, you know, from going back many years ago.
Maybe
a little bit of Spanish.
1% or 2%.
Yeah, and I think that's a beautiful
Spanish
part of your looks and whatever. But you're definitely Filipino women are definitely very beautiful, very nice figures, and they have a really nice, shall I use the word, sexy bodies, which I do like. I mean, that sort of just leads into one of the other characteristics I love. No, well, number two is very happy, bubbly and cheerful. Look at this darling here. She can be bloody serious. I tell you what, she can be serious. But overall, she's very happy, very bubbly, chatty to me. Even though she's not, even look at her now, she's still texting her friends. She's still always texting on that bloody phone. She can be very happy and very cheerful, and I do like that. It's life's very short. I do like to be happy and talk and chat about things, and I do like the bubbly cheerfulness of Filipinos. Yeah.
Yes, Filipinos is so.
Yeah, very happy.
Yeah.
Very happy. Number three. The third thing I love about Filipino women is just general respect. One of the things I definitely like about the Filipino culture. So I'm going to change my arms over here. My arms are getting a bit sore.
That's alright.
Respect. Filipinos have a lot of respect for their family, friends, respect for everyone within the family unit, and also elderly people. I think, unfortunately, sometimes in Western society, elderly people can be put in nursing homes and almost forgotten a bit about. Sorry, I can move you around like that.
That's alright.
It's just my left arm was getting a bit sore. I love the fact that Filipinos put a very strong high level belief on respect for culture, and I see that the way that they look after the elderly people in the families, that the fact that they expect to, and they have no problems knowing that. I mean, for example, Diana knows that when she gets older, that she will look after her mum a lot. There's no concept of putting her mum in a nursing home. It's all about looking after her mum.
Our culture.
No, it's not. So however we're living in Manila, or we're living in Adelaide, or whatever we're doing, we'll be spending a lot of time making sure that, I mean, obviously Diana will be looking after her mum when she's getting older, which is, and I really like that. I think that's, you know, that leads sort of into my fourth comment about Filipino women, mainly Diana, because obviously Diana's the one that I'm dealing with and I love so much, is family values.
Yeah.
The family values of Filipinos is fantastic. The way that it's very, very strong. There's a strong connection between cousins and aunties and uncles. And I mean, I think my situation, love, was a bit different because I was born in the UK, but I was brought up in Australia. So all of my cousins, my family, except for my mum and dad, my two brothers, everyone's in the UK. Even nowadays, all my cousins and aunties and uncles are still in the UK. So my family situation is different, where mine was very small, but I always knew I had family and friends along my way. But also remember, because I'm a lot older than you, we didn't have the internet when I was younger. When I was your age, we didn't FaceTime. I couldn't text my cousin and just quit and get a response back. We had to make long distance phone calls. You had to check to make sure they were there. It was just hard work. But I love the family values of the Filipinos, and how you spend a lot of time. Well, so most importantly, you actually prioritise it, which is really nice. And I feel so embraced by Diana's family, her sisters and her mum and daughter and cousins. And when I go back to the village near in Manila, near the village, I'm always very well respected, very well accepted by all the cousins. Yeah. Well, they know that I'm serious, that I'm actually a player, that I'm actually here to stay. I think the first time I met them, a couple of them was just sort of asking me lots of questions like, what are your intentions with Diana? And are you just one of these Western men who's not going to just come over here and just go back and never come back again? I said, no, it's all legit. We got a legitimate relationship, but they were just making sure that you were being looked after. Lots of kids walking around. Number 5. I'm up to number 5 now. What was that? Generosity. I love the Filipino generosity. Even just whether it be talking to people on the street, I get very well accepted. I'm very, the generosity, whether it be going to family and friends, having a banquet, having lots of food, helping people out. Sorry, change of arms again. I've got to do some more work at the gym. My triceps are getting a bit tired. Sorry, darling. The generosity of the Filipino woman, it's just, I can feel it all the time. There's a lot of love there to give, and I really enjoy that. And I really feel that generous spirit that you guys have, and I love it. Yeah. It's really good. So I reckon I can change arms again. Number 6, strong work ethic. Filipinos, a lot of Filipinos that I've met through Diana's family and friends are very strong, hard-working people. It's a very, at times, obviously difficult situation in the Philippines. You have a lot of terrible cyclones and tornadoes and floods, and it's tough. It's a tough environment. It's different to Australia. Australia's a very dry, harsh country, but Philippines has its fair share. I mean, even the Taal volcano recently is terrible. Those poor people over there. You got hundreds of people who just now can't go back to where their home was. They've been living there for a long time, and I find that the generosity of the Filipinos and how they love to help each other and make sure that everyone's looked after, and but obviously my darling loves looking after people. She loves helping people. And I know that
I do love helping people when I can.
Yes. Yeah, it's not just in a money sense, it's also in a sense whether it be helping people, whether you're giving away some food or you're helping someone in some other way, whether it be with clothes or just helping people, with your time and with your love and all that sort of thing. So I find that's really, really good. Number 7, I've probably touched this on this bit before, but I wanted to sort of mention it again, was just the love and caring. It's Filipino culture, Filipino females. I'm talking here as an Aussie man or a Western man, and if there's any Western man watching this, you should really, really, if you're wanting a long-term relationship with a loving, caring person, find a Filipino. Not this one, because she's mine. She's already taken. But I'm just saying, if you would love to have a loving and caring person who really respects you, of course some relationships don't work out. I'm not naive, but at the same stage there is lots of women in the Philippines who can give you that love and care that, if you're wanting, it hasn't worked out in the Western in your life, whether it be in the UK or England or in America or New Zealand or Australia. Filipino women are just once again, I'm talking about my darling here, my wife to be next year, is a very, very loving and caring, and it's a beautiful quality that unfortunately in some societies is not there. It's some countries are very, very tough, but not over here. You're looking at the birds, are you?
Yeah, I'm filming the birds.
Filming the birds, all right. Point number 8. Hospitality. Hospitable. What I mean by that is that Filipinos are very engaging, genuinely are helping each other. They love having people around for dinner, and I love the fact that Diana is very, very happy to, whether it be helping out my family or friends, or her family and friends. A very hospitable society, very hospitable people, just to talk, to help and love and care, and that probably leads into sort of point number 9 is darling loves cooking. If you want to have a woman who loves cooking, if you want to have I mean, I do love cooking, and I do a bit of cooking at home. It's actually really works out really well. I do a bit of cooking at home. Love does a bit of cooking, but because we live in the city, it's very easy for us just to go and get a pad thai or whatever. We're very lucky because
so flexible.
We're very flexible with our meals, but also we can get something quite easily. So if I don't feel like cooking one night, I try and cook on the weekends, but during the week I'm quite busy and I don't always do it, but we take it in turns. But cooking, love the Filipino cooking. And once again, guys, if you love Filipino cooking, if you love good food, the sisig, the caldereta, adobo, beautiful. Just love it. I love the Filipino main meals. I love their meat courses, whether it be with, of course, it's with rice, and more rice.
Life.
Rice is life. Rice is life. It doesn't really mean in Adelaide. we don't always have rice. Sometimes actually we have. I mean, I had rice yesterday, which was nice at the Chinese shop, which was good. So that was really good. But love the Filipino food. Love the cooking, and I mean that's my point number 9. Is just I love your cooking that you do. Look at her. She's always on the phone. Look at her. Look at her. Always chatting away. That's it. I know she's tuning into me, and that's something which I've had to learn over the years. Is I know she's completely engaged with me, but she can do 2 things. She can really look at her phone, chat to her family and friends in the Philippines. I was going to say in the UK, but no, family and friends in the Philippines, but also be engaged with me. You know. But the last one, the last quality I really want to talk about here is the last one about my darling. My last points about the Filipino woman culture that I love so much is the femininity. Filipinos, look at her, she's so feminine. Just the way you walk, the way you talk, the way
not graceful.
Yes, you are, darling. You are a swan. You are a graceful swan. You can walk on water. I love the fact that you're very elegant, darling. You're very feminine, and I love that about your culture. I mean, you know, Filipino women are just a very feminine. Also, the fact that you look after yourself. You spend a lot of time on skincare, on product, making sure that you get the right look on here. And I didn't realise there were so many ways you could treat your face in the morning, at night time. I've had a real education in the last 3 years, which has been interesting. But I love the femininity, the feminist side of how you look after yourself. I'm a male. I have no problem saying I'm a red-blooded male. Man is for woman, woman is for man. That's how I feel, and I have found someone who's incredibly feminine, incredibly graceful, looks after herself, and has that feminine presence about her. So I really love that. So look, that's all it was, love. I just wanted to mention a few things to your subs about Filipino women and how, I don't know, this sort of happened with us like 10-15 years ago. If you said to me, I'll have it, well, actually you'd have been too young, it would have been a bit weird, but I mean how I love Filipino women. I just didn't think this situation would happen. It wasn't something that either one of us had planned. It just happened a few years ago, and we're very thankful, we're very blessed, and we hope that whoever's watching this, if you do find the right person in your life, that you're as happy as we are, because we are genuinely happy and blessed. So that's all I wanted to say today. Just talk a bit about some of the reasons why I love my darling so much, why I love Filipino women, and yeah, that's it. You got anything else you want to add to that, or
no?
No, that's it. So
It's all you're talking.
It's all me talking. Well, I think we need to keep walking because we need to go and get some lunch soon. We're always eating, love eating, but no, we've had a good walk this morning, good exercise, and we're just here at the Botanic Gardens here.
Beautiful.
Which we can see. No, it's very lucky here. It's a beautiful part of Australia, living here in Adelaide. It's not as big as Sydney or Melbourne, but we love Adelaide. It's very small. There's only about 1.2 million people here, but it's a very small, clean city, and It's got all the attractions that we want, but we gotta go. We gotta keep walking, and we'll chat a bit later.
Yeah.
Alright?
Thanks a lot for listening to Mark.
my ranting. Hope you don't find it boring, me talking away. No? I hope not. I'm just talking from the heart, guys. And I think from my perspective, I'm not used to doing these YouTubes and these bloggings, but I'm just talking from the heart.
What? You're talking to all men out there.
Men, male.
Looking for...
Yes. I'm talking... Well, I was getting so... I'm talking to men, whether it be European men or wherever they're from, that
around the world.
if you're wanting someone who's, you know, loving, caring, beautiful, kind, generous, hospitable, has very strong family values, Filipino woman, you can't go past it, guys. So just go to Philippines.
Yes.
And good luck. Bye for now.
So I will close the vlog, peps, and hope you enjoyed this video today, and we'll see you in our next one. Enjoy life and take care, peps.
Bye.
Bye.